In this video, I'm going to show you one of the best all-in-one solutions when it comes to creating t-shirt designs with AI. Kittl has had a massive amount of updates since the last time I covered them, and now you can pretty much do anything that you need in one place. You can generate amazing AI graphics, you can remove their background, upscale them, vectorize them, you can generate quotes and puns for your t-shirt designs, as well as utilize Kittl's massive library of templates to not only save you a lot of time and hassle, but to make your designs look a lot more professional. So without further ado, let me show you a process that you can follow as well to easily create your own amazing t-shirts with Kittl. Now, if you're new to Kittl, I will have a link in the description where you can sign up to a free trial, and once you've logged into your dashboard, you will want to head over to new project right here to get started, and then you will see they now have a new tab right here called POD presets. If we click on this, we will have a bunch of different platforms and print providers and different products as well with the exact dimensions right here pre-configured. So if you want to sell on Display, for example, which is a platform that I sell on and that I highly recommend you try, instead of having to check what their requirements are, you just click on this and the size is pre-selected right here for your artboard, which is really cool. But in this case for t-shirts, we're going to go with Merged by Amazon, which has the standard t-shirt dimensions that work almost everywhere. So we don't need to change anything over here. That's already done for us. And let's just hit create. And this is going to bring up our project file. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is zoom out right here at the bottom to about 15%. And then if you hold down space, click and drag, you can kind of move around the canvas a bit and center your artboard. Now, the first thing you need is a topic to design for, or a niche in a sense. And if you're not sure how to find niches, I've got a bunch of tutorials on my channel showing you how to do that. In this case, I'm going to use mozzarella sticks right here as an example. I actually found this topic on Detour Shirts or Juna's channel. He's currently hosting Design with Detour, and one of the topics there for April is mozzarella sticks. So I thought I'll just use this for this example design. Now, once you've got a topic, the first thing you can do is head over to Kittl AI down here in the bottom left and create your graphic. And this AI art generator is really easy to use, very intuitive, and it gets really good results for print on demand. It's literally designed with print on demand in mind in many cases. So to just briefly explain how this works, we've got an image generator and a logo generator. Obviously, in this case, we're going to use the image generator tab. The prompt box is over here. Then we have aspect ratios. So you can do a normal square, or you can do 16 by 9, which is very wide, or sort of a portrait format right here, 9 by 16, which sometimes is handy for t-shirt design as well. You've got different style presets. So at the top, these are more for like poster design or, full size images. The clip art styles underneath are very, very useful for POD. We've got t-shirt graphic, watercolor, detailed drawing, cartoon, and mascot. Mascot, I really love this one. Gets an amazing style. That is really handy for t-shirt design. We've got kawaii over here, pencil drawing, nursery art, pixel art, like this. A bunch of cool styles that you can select, and then you don't really have to do much to your prompt. You just have to write a generic basic prompt and these styles will be applied. Vector art or vector styles, you've got a bunch of presets here as well. Silhouette, you can see that being very useful for POD. Emblem, street art, coloring book, and that's good for KDP. And the cool thing about these vector styles is it's not just a sort of pseudo name, it actually creates vector graphics straight away where you can change the color and we can scale them to any size. So yeah, this is AI generating vectors for you firsthand. And then at the bottom, we've got patterns as well. So that gives you a quick overview of how these windows work. Also, a quick bonus tip, Kittl AI images right here, you can get inspired from the community. So if we click on this symbol, you're going to see what other people have generated. And if you find any of these interesting, you can click on this little eye symbol for the information of what the prompt was, which version of Kittl AI they used, and which style was used as well. And you can now literally click use prompt right here, and then everything will be pre-selected for you with the prompt up here. You can further sort of adjust the prompt if you want to for a different niche, for a different topic. And yeah, this is essentially a great way to browse and find inspiration. You can also filter by image, by clip art, or vector, as well as if you have all selected, you could now type in mascot up here, hit enter, and then it's going to show you a lot of mascot style emblems or AI graphics that have been generated. So this is super, super cool and very easy to use. And now we're going to actually start and generate some graphics for mozzarella sticks. So I actually quite like the look of these fries right here. So let's see what the prompt was. I'm going to click use prompt right here. Actually, surprisingly, they used a different clip art style. I'm going to select mascot anyway, because I like that one. And I'll change French fries right here to mozzarella sticks. I don't think you need to actually spell it in capitals, but I'll just go along with the original prompt. Retro style of drawing, running fast, action. Okay, let's leave this the same, but actually we can add something into here. So mozzarella sticks, let's do wearing sunglasses. And we can also say cute mozzarella sticks. Sometimes describing the graphic a bit could help, or what the subject is meant to look like. So there we go, we've got our prompt. I'm going to use the 1:1 aspect ratio and just hit generate image at the bottom. And there we go, that actually looks pretty cool. I think it's maybe a bit too yellow and not quite orangey enough. Nevertheless, the way this graphic looks with the sort of running mascot style is just amazing. Also, these little highlights in the corners definitely looks very, very print on demand like. And the cool thing is, now that we have this, let me show you, there's actually a background on this. You can't see right now because it's white on white, but this graphic still has a background. You can change the background color of your artboard by just clicking on the artboard name up here, which you can retitle this, by the way, to maybe mozzarella design 1. I'm naming it 1 because you could have multiple artboards, and then you could have design 1, design 2, design 3, etc. We could change the colors or the text or the quotes slightly, and then have a bunch of designs next to one another, but more on that later. First of all, let's actually click on the name of the artboard, change the background color to black. Or maybe let's do gray, and there we go. We've still got a white background on this, but not to worry. We can just click AI background remover right here in the image tools section on the right, and then it only takes a few seconds to, there we go, remove the background very, very effectively. And now the next step is using the image vectorizer. So in this case, I could also use the image upscaler, which is a new feature they recently added. But because this is a very sort of vector art style, and because I want to affect the colors afterwards, potentially, I actually prefer using the image vectorizer in this case. So if you click on this, you need to select the amount of colors that you want your graphic to have. In this case, we might be all right with maybe like 12, 13. I would usually make this full, but in this case, there's not that many colors in the graphic. But yeah, just select the amount of colors that you think you need, and then hit vectorize image. And there we go, that was pretty quick. And now, as you can see in the top right corner, we can affect the colors as well. So if, like me, you think one of your colors is off, like this yellow, I could change this, make it a little bit more orangey, and that is actually not the main color right here. I think this one is the right one. Yeah, there we go. Let's make this a bit darker. There we go. Perhaps more like that. Let's go back and undo that step. Oh, there we go. That's how it was before. Very, very pale. And that's what we've turned it into. Aesthetically, it's a bit more pleasing than this, but I think it's more accurately like a mozzarella stick in this end result. Anyways, there we go. Now let's proceed to find a phrase to use alongside this graphic. And if you're not sure how to come up with some cool, unique phrases to use in here, Kittl has also got you covered with their AI quote generator, which you can find on their homepage. So you just right click on their logo and open link in new tab, and then head over to tools, AI quote generator right here. Click generate quotes, and then we need to first of all pick our niche. There's a few preset niches over here, but if yours is not present, just type it in at the bottom. So we're going to do mozzarella sticks, and then scroll back up, click continue, choose the mood for your phrase, which in most cases you'll probably want to use funny, because funny tends to sell best, and maybe sarcastic is also an option. But I'm going to go with funny and select 5 to 8 words right here. I think that tends to work better than just 2 to 4 words, and the rest of these are just a bit too long for t-shirts in my opinion. So stick to 5 to 8 words in most cases, and then hit generate quotes. Right, here we go. What have we got? Mozza sticks, my cheesy addiction, life's too short, eat mozza sticks. It's shortened it to mozza in some cases right here. I'm fueled by mozzarella sticks and love mozzarella sticks. My kind of six-pack. I'm just here for the cheese, running on cheese and good vibes. I think that one has potential for us, considering the graphic is, you know, a running set of mozzarella sticks. So maybe we could do running on mozzarella sticks. It's kind of like being fueled by them, right? But at the same time, running in that case works with the graphics. So maybe that one. I work out my cheese cravings, just a girl loving her cheese, happiness is a warm mozza stick. So as you can see, my love language, melted cheese strings. There's a bunch of really cool phrases that are actually applicable to print-on-demand t-shirts, and you can download them all at the top if you want to. You can also hover over these, use this quote, but open it up in a new project file, I believe, and you can copy them as well, right here to your clipboard, and then paste them onto your own design later on. If you're not happy, you can go back to pick a mood and then regenerate the quotes as well. But let's actually do one of these running ones that I found, which brings us to the next topic of how do we actually add the text right here and make it look nice. I think that is a big struggle for people. They have a nice graphic, but adding the text sometimes ruins it because it looks too basic or too boring. But Kittl has you covered for that as well. So what you can do is on the left hand side, click on templates, and then you can try and find a template that kind of suits your graphic and the length of your phrase. Over here on the left, there's over 7,000 templates. And what you can do is you can scroll through, look at the different topics, and then choose one of the topics and open it up. For example, we've got a section right here entirely dedicated to mascots. So let's try that. We can click on show all, and that's going to open them up in a bigger view right here. So as you can see, you've got a bunch of options right here and layouts that are already pre-configured, and you just have to find one that essentially suits your design and suits your phrase. So let's actually go with the one I found right here. You can click on this and then say add to current, and that's going to open up the design on a new artboard, which we can just drag next to ours. And then you've got a bunch of options. You can either just work with this artboard, delete this graphic and move this over, or of course you could do the other way around where you kind of make this smaller in size and you move over the text depending on how you need it or where you want it. I think the quickest way is just deleting the graphic on the existing template, then increasing the size right here, select everything, center it on the artboard, and then move over our mozzarella sticks right here. So there we go. That is looking good. And let's try and adjust this text. So we can do running on, click out of this, and there we go. We'll automatically apply that same layout that I had before. Heartbeats down here. Then we would do mozzarella. Oh, that fits quite perfectly. Click out of it, and there we go. We'll apply the style again. Now this phrase at the bottom is too small, first of all, and it might also not stand out too much even if we make it bigger. So I'll delete this. I will use the same style and just hold down Alt on my keyboard, click and drag, and there we go. As you can see, it's duplicating that layer. Hold down Shift for it to stay in line, and we're going to drop it here, and just change this to sticks. So we've got mozzarella sticks, that fits in there quite nicely, and we've got running on at the top. There's a bit of empty space, but we can work on that still. The first thing I want to do is match the colors a bit better, because at the moment we've got a bit of a random mixture of this pink, we've got red, we've got yellow in this mozzarella stick graphic, we've got some blue tones. So let's adjust the text and the stars to match our graphic. The stars is quite easy. We can just click into the pink up here. So whatever object you click on, it opens up on the right, all the settings for that object and the color scheme. So with the stars, we'll just click into the pink, use the eyedropper right here, and then I think choose this yellow. There we go. That's the first thing matched. And now for mozzarella sticks, we can first of all start with the dark red, color pick this, choose the same yellow, I think. And then for the lighter color, we're going to use the light part of a mozzarella stick. There we go. That's quite cool. And down here for sticks, maybe we'll pick the blue to match that. So dark color could be this dark part of the shoe, and the lighter color could be the light part of the shoe. Okay, mozzarella sticks. This is a bit hard to read. Let's try and fix that, making this a bit brighter. There we go. Mozzarella sticks. I think that looks nice, and it's definitely matching a lot better now with our graphic. This text at the top might not be the right color either, so let's color pick this with some of the line right here on the edge. There we go. It's a bit of a deep sort of navy color, and I think the rest of this text and the stars also has some black in it, which we could change to the navy in our graphic. So there we go. And now that colors are matched, I'm going to make this text right here a bit wider so it comes around a bit more. So we can do this over here by adjusting the letter spacing. You can also hold down Shift and click on this for it to increase it faster. There we go. Running on mozzarella sticks. We're getting there. Just need to kind of rearrange things and fill out the space up here a little bit. Now what I don't like is that our graphic right here is covering up the text now. You can change the arrangement in terms of which graphic or text is showing up in front by heading to the layers tab down here, and then we can drag the illustration down underneath the text layers. There we go. Now this is hiding behind, which is nicer, I think, in this case. One thing you can also do is head over to elements and then try and find some shapes in here. So for example, if I wanted to find some heart shapes, just type in hearts, and then let's try this one right here. Looks kind of similar to the star graphics we already have. Let's change the white in this to the blue on the shoe and the black color to our navy. And let's duplicate this over. Hold down Alt on your keyboard, drag it across, and hold Shift for it to stay in line. And there we go. I think this now looks nice and balanced and symmetrical. And last thing I'm going to do to kind of sort out or optimize this graphic is to make sure that everything is centered. So I'm going to click on the text right here first, and then find the align to center function. Same with the graphic. The hearts right here are not grouped. So if you want to group something, hold down Shift and click on the additional objects that you want to be part of the group, then hit Control G. And now if we click into this, there we go, they're grouped. And now we can more easily center these like this. Same goes for the stars, they're already grouped. We center, there we go, mozzarella sticks down here, just to be aligned to center as well. And these checkered patterns as well. I think there's 2 sets of them for some reason. There we go. Now to export your graphic, you can head over to download in the top right corner. And here just make sure that PNG is selected. The dimensions and the DPI should be correct from the template that you chose earlier. And then just make sure you have remove background and optimize quality enabled. And then we can click download for this to be saved to your device. If you do have multiple artboards, by the way, then you might want to click into the artboards section and just deselect the ones that you don't want to export, but just bear that in mind. If you do have multiple sets of designs, then you can export or download them all at once. I'll show you this as a quick bonus tip of how to duplicate the artboards. If you want to change them around, you just click on the name up here, then hold down Alt, click and drag, and that will duplicate it like you would do with any other graphic in Kittl. And now you could, swap out the phrase, do something else, or maybe adjust the color scheme. I could highlight all of this, and I could maybe change some of these colors right here to something else. Let's make them purple just as an example. I think you get the gist. You can easily kind of create new versions of your design with these separate artboards right here in Kittl, and then you can quickly export them all at once. If you made it all the way to the end, comment mozzarella sticks down below. And if you want to learn some free methods for finding keywords to use in your listings, make sure to check out this video next.